So we're back working on Penny. So we're gonna get this thing started. I've made some progress, cut out this upper cross member and made the radiator fit, folded some stuff down, welded some things, drilled, and then put these nuts in the subframe here. Lines up with these pins on the radiator. Bam. Radiator fitted. So that's worked out pretty well. Done some cutting and shutting to make some clearances so it fits between that drain, and then yeah, it's got clearance the whole way around. That's probably my closest spot at 10 mil. Yeah, and about the same on this side, it's pretty close as well. If it still steers straight and we hit a wall, we'll probably still be driving it. So I'm trying to keep enough clearance that if this does get a tap from a car or the wall or whatever, it won't damage the radiator and we can keep driving the big girl. We found a way to make this belt wrap work. You take this idler pulley out and when this tensioner is torqued all the way over on the spring, you get a clearance from this belt to that belt. So that works a treat. Pulling this off to put a power bond, one of the cheaper but better than stock harmonics on it, just so when it hits the limiter a lot, it doesn't break. These can break the cast center out, which then breaks next to the keyway, which runs the timing chain to the valves and causes all problems. There's a way to get these off, and you buy like an adapter that goes between all them. Or if you have room, you can put a U-bolt in there for a trailer, wedge it with a tie lever, so push against it, and then tap the whole thing with a hammer. And if I can get this to hold, it works pretty well. It'll pop off shortly, I'd say. Bam. That's how you pull the big girl off. And don't forget to put some silicone on the keyway, otherwise it'll leak. Bam. And that is the clutch pedal and brake pedal installed. So because it was auto, this is a bit big, cut it down. I'll make that a bit neater. But yeah, clutch pedal is all installed and hanging out the firewall. Next is the throttle. I just need to get the mount built. So some parts have arrived. Things are looking good. So what I get? I got the fuel reg delivered. So that's just a better rising rate than the stocko, and it will deal with the twin pumps on E85. I think I'm going to mount this roughly so I can get a length of hose. And I'm headed to get all the other fittings and crap I need from NZ. They love me. I seem to go there a fair bit. Just need quite a few fittings for that. Could mount the starter, mate. I've got the bolts for it somewhere. There's one, and there's two. I've got an intercooler coming. I bought like 12 items between lots of different stores in the end. Got a few parts, got some things delivered. They're starting to come in, namely the clutch master cylinder. So this is a Toyota 80 series master. Mainly because it has, oh, where does it say it? It does say it, there it is. Mainly because it says 3/4 Ford Slave, pretty well requires a 3/4 master cylinder, from what I've figured out. So it doesn't line up to factory Nissan stuff, and all the Nissan stuff's like 5/16, I think they are. And it will sit in there. It's actually pretty neat and little. I've since mounted the brake lines, the handbrake brake lines, they're just in line. I've got some adapters ready for that clutch master. I just need to weld some AN fittings to it is my plan. Got turbo oil feed fitted up in under there, and the fittings on power steering pump and crap for high pressure, and reservoir since moved. Reservoir is now up there, and I just need to run the lines to it once I get the cooler. I'm thinking I probably need to cut this shaft. It's a little long, so I might just cut 10 mil out of it or something, and I've got all that thread there to play with, so that'll work a treat. That'll be clutch done. I'll do some cutting out of this plate, because this means it won't break off the firewall when we keep kicking the clutch. If I cut this out, weld some studs on there, drill some holes, we should be laughing. Got the surge in. Don't know if I showed this. So surge is mounted on some nut certs. Oh, car's moving. So yeah, that's M10 bolted in. You can move the whole car off that thing. So I just got to run that out and then return back into this, and then I've got to put the feed from this up to the tank, and then the return from this into the tank. So pretty straightforward stuff. Waiting for the studs so I can mount the turbo and all that sort of jazz, so then I can do turbo oil drain. And we might even get onto wiring loom today. Brother might be popping around, and we're gonna hook some cables through it and just get a start on that. The joys of that hole being bigger than the step drill I got. And it's got to fit the center. It's got to fit that center. So I had to drill it all out with a single drill bit. That was a joy. Got supplies, till I got back home, and the wiring man's here.
He's cut everything up.
What are you done, Dan? Is it running yet? What are you doing?
It's nearly running.
Nearly running?
Nearly running.
What's burning? What are you keeping?
That.
We need them for headlights and stuff. Indicators, all road legal things. That's sweet. What did you think was overkill? Oh, the power cable.
Yeah.
Are we running a big sub? Is that for a big sub? Size of my finger.
Subwoofer.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So we're just like trying to work on this car, and Dan's trying to set fire to it already.
Yeah.
Like what? It took 5 minutes.
Yet and it's on fire.
5 minutes and it's on fire, Dan.
But now the clutch fits, so stop complaining.
I am beating the clutch pedal. I got it pretty well hooked up, and it was too close to the brake. Fixing it. So here is nearly my final rendition of clutch mount. It is later on in the day. It's getting dark, but you know, being busy, trying to work out why the car's on fire from Dan. Wiring partway done. Dan's got some lengths of things. He's gonna go finish it at his house on the bench, and then he'll come back and wire it up probably this week, hopefully. Clutch is mounted. Happy days. Got a banjo fitting that I'll get then an adapter to mount to the clutch line. Clutch pedal though, done. It's bent when you look at it now, but it was all sitting a bit weird and a bit close to things and stuff. So now it's happy days. So obviously no fluid, but clutch pedal works a treat. Yeah, I think the loom and stuff's all coming out here. ECU's going under the dash so I don't sit in the engine bay. I might jack it up and start doing stuff underneath the car, and get the fuel lines ran. So another day complete, and I think we progressed pretty well. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.